Here are 33 mind-blowing facts about Adamstown Island that almost nobody on Earth knows about. First, Adamstown is not a city in the usual sense. It is the tiny capital of the Pitcairn Islands, a group of remote volcanic islands in the South Pacific Ocean, and the only place where people live in the entire territory. Second, the settlement is the only inhabited place on Pitcairn Island, so every single resident of the Pitcairn Islands calls Adamstown home. Third, the total population of Adamstown is so small that it counts in the tens, not thousands, about 35 people as of the most recent counts. Fourth, that makes Adamstown one of the smallest capitals on Earth by population, far smaller than most villages. Fifth, Adamstown's existence is tied to one of history's most dramatic events, the mutiny on the HMS Bounty, when mutineers and their Tahitian companions settled here in 1790. Sixth, the town itself is named after John Adams, the last surviving mutineer who helped create the community that still exists today. Seventh, before the mutineers arrived, Polynesians probably lived on Pitcairn Island centuries earlier, leaving behind tools and burial sites before disappearing again. Eighth, Adamstown sits on the northern slope of Pitcairn Island, perched above the sea with a breathtaking view of the endless Pacific Ocean. Ninth, the only way to reach Adamstown is by sea. There is no airport or regular ferry, and supply boats come just a few times a year carrying essentials like food, medicine, fuel, and mail. 10th, the tiny port where boats land is called Bounty Bay, named after the very ship whose mutiny changed world history. 11th, to get from the pier at Bounty Bay up to Adamstown, you must climb the steep hill of difficulty, the same ancient path the first settlers used. 12th, despite its isolation, Adamstown has modern communication like satellite, internet, and television, though the favorite way to talk to the world remains the old-fashioned ham radio. 13th, the people of Adamstown speak English and Pitcairn, a unique language that blends 18th century English with Tahitian words and expressions. 14th, this unique language was born when mutineers and Tahitians lived together and needed a shared way to communicate. 15th, the island remote location is almost unbelievable. Pitcairn Island is thousands of miles from major cities, roughly halfway between New Zealand and South America. 16th, because of this isolation, Adamstown feels like a step back in time, where life moves slowly and every arrival from outside is an event. 17th, the town covers only a few hectares of land, with houses spread along the narrow roads and pathways carved into the hills. 18th, all the island's children attend the local school in Adamstown, where they learn multiple languages and the culture of their community before sometimes leaving to continue education abroad. 19th, Adamstown's post office issues stamps that have become highly collectible around the world because they come from one of the most remote populations on Earth. 20th, locals often send mail only when supply ships arrive, so receiving mail from Adamstown is like getting a rare souvenir with a unique postmark. 21st, the town has a small museum where you can see artifacts from the HMS Bounty, including recovered parts and relics that tell the story of the island's dramatic start. 22nd, there is a church in Adamstown that is central to community life, where residents gather for worship and social events. 23rd, Adamstown also has a health clinic, though access to major medical care requires traveling off the island, which is no easy task. 24th, electricity in Adamstown comes from a mix of diesel generators and solar panels, reflecting a blend of old-world necessity and modern sustainability. 25th, there is no seaport city hustle here, only quiet streets, ocean winds, and the rhythm of island life that depends on fishing, gardening, and beekeeping. 26th, local gardens grow sweet potatoes, taro, bananas, and other crops that are essential to island food security. 27th, Pitcairn honey, made by island beekeepers, is famous among collectors for its quality and rarity, and it helps provide income for the community. 28th, the community in Adamstown lives by a communal council, where decisions are made collectively and every resident's voice matters. 29th, the distant British government supports Adamstown with aid for education, infrastructure, and services, a reminder that this tiny town is part of the global community despite its isolation. 30th, the vast ocean around Adamstown is part of one of the largest marine protected areas in the world, meaning the waters are protected and full of unique sea life. 31st, the volcanic island has rugged cliffs and steep terrain that make it look like a lost world, with ancient trees and endemic birds that you will not find anywhere else. 32nd, because it is so remote, Many people who learn about Adamstown are amazed that it is real at all, like a secret civilization lost in time, with fewer people than many families have in big cities. And 33rd, perhaps the most unbelievable thing of all, is that a real community of resilient, resourceful people live here, in harmony with history and nature, in one of the most extraordinary human settlements still alive today, where every sunrise over Adamstown is a reminder that even the smallest place on Earth can have a story as big as the world.